Hello everyone, welcome back to TechMates. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can make animated videos on Animaker for absolutely free. And while we create our animated video on Animaker, I'll be reviewing this tool simultaneously to see what features and assets it has to offer and whether they are worth it or not. But before we start this video, I'd like to tell you that if you stick around till the end of this video, I have a very special surprise for you, so do watch the complete video. Okay, first things first, what is Animaker and why are we using it to create animated videos? Animaker is a cloud-based animation software which enables its users to create animated videos using pre-built but customizable characters and templates. It wants to help everyone around the world create videos and animations on their own through its platform and products. It has over 10 million users around the world, and these 10 million plus users have created over 20 million videos on Animaker. And it has the world's largest video asset library with over 100 million assets, which means that when you create your animated videos on Animaker, you have access to the largest collection of animated characters, backgrounds, icons, images, and videos. That's great, but let's check the reality of this platform. What are its strengths, shortcomings, and what kind of animations can you create with it? As you can see on my screen, I am now on Animaker's official website, and this is what it looks like. Here we have a video playing at the bottom. Now I'll click on the login button to log into my account. I have a pro account right now, so most of the features are enabled in my pro account. So if you are using a free account, you might not see all the features and assets that I'll be using in today's video. So let's check. The first thing you will notice when you visit Animaker's website is a Canva-like interface where you have a search panel on the top and a lot of templates at the bottom for different platforms. That's great because you have an easy to use interface to browse different templates and navigate everything on your own. The second thing you'll notice is that there are lots of templates not primarily related to cartoon animation videos. Though Animaker was primarily an online animation video making platform, it no longer is just one online animation software, because you can see that they are experimenting and launching different products like 2D animation software, whiteboard video maker, infographic video maker, vertical video maker, screen recorder, GIF maker, pic maker, YouTube thumbnail maker, YouTube banner maker, photo editor, Animaker voice, Animaker class, etc. And these product launches are in all sorts of areas like video creation, screen recording, GIF, meme, graphic design, photo editing, etc. Moreover, you can also see a long list of things in the use cases section of Animaker as well. All of this is both good and bad. Good because you have everything you need for your creative needs on social media or any other content creation platforms, and bad because Animaker was originally an animation maker and now that product is getting diluted with so many other unrelated product launches. But again, alongside launching online software in various domains, Animaker is also launching animation related apps embedded inside its platform like Character Builder and Animaker Voice, which are super awesome, and we will be testing them out later in the video. These are all pre-built templates that are organized by Animaker, so you can preview them by hovering your cursor over it, and then you can click on the preview button to actually preview it with the music, and you can preview it. Then if you want to use this and modify the template to your liking, you can click on the use button, but we'll not be using a pre-built template for now. That is for another video. We'll be creating our own template from scratch to test things out and see what Animaker can do for us. So yeah, we will be clicking on this create project. You can also go from here, and there one more thing here. If you click on this button, you can see all the products that Animaker has to offer. We'll be using Character Builder and Animaker Voice today, and these are all the other products that Animaker has created. Like PicMaker, it is a graphic design software or app, I guess, so we'll not talk about that. We'll just go over to the horizontal video that we'll be creating for our YouTube video. Now we'll click on blank, so it will redirect us to the editor. This is the loading page. We have finally entered the editor, and now you can see at the top we have a full and light version, so you can click on them to switch between an advanced editor and a basic editor. If you are a beginner, you can use the light version. The full version has a lot to offer us, but before that, you can see at the top right we have a dog which can guide you to all the Animaker's settings and assets and all of the problems you are having. So this dog will give you a tour guide when you open your Animaker for the first time. Now we'll be adding our scenes and characters. So first let me explain you the interface. Animaker's interface is somewhat confusing for beginners because there are so many options and toggles as you open the project. Above the preview panel, you have the options to create video in two modes, full and light. In the full mode, there are three timelines below the preview panel: animation timeline, video timeline, and camera timeline. And 9 asset libraries beside the preview panel: templates, character props, text, background images, video, sounds, and special effects. On the right hand side, we get a scene mode in which by default every scene is of 10 seconds, but you can change it as per your needs. Here in the full mode, everything is in one place, and that's why beginners usually get confused with it. But once you learn to use it, you'll have all the creative tools and assets in one scene, enabling you to work faster. Now with regards to the light mode, it has a slightly different interface with asset library on the right and only a scene timeline at the bottom. The light mode is created for beginners who don't want to learn advanced stuff, and it actually is pretty fast compared to the full mode, because you can easily add pre-built scenes and customize them however you want without having to worry about different assets and their timings. However, there are certain things that I don't like about the full mode, like you can't adjust the playhead during preview to see the timings of your animations, and generally it's quite hard to work with the timeline when you are working on long projects. In summary, I would say that the full mode gives you a lot of options, but creating animations with it is quite slow. Whereas the light mode gives you a lot less options and controls, but you can create animations with it very fast. Here you can add as many scenes as you want or create your animation video in just one scene. Even though you may be able to create your video in one scene, I won't recommend you to do it because it would make your timeline complicated and slow down your speed of creating. Now we'll be creating our animated video, so you can see we have on the left different libraries. We'll be going to the character library, and you can see we have a lot of pre-built characters here. For this video we'll be testing out the character builder, so we can create our own custom character through this. You can click on this icon right here and create your own character. This was the character that I created previously, but we'll be creating our own character here. So yeah, this is redirecting us to character builder, which is another app embedded inside Animaker. So these are the four options that Animaker offers us to create characters. So for this video I'll be creating my own character, so I've selected he, and now I'll be selecting one good character. I'll be choosing this one. Here there are a lot of formatting options. You can see on the right there are so many of them. You can see you can customize the character as much as you want and however you want. So let me customize it quickly. I think Animaker has done a great job in designing the characters and scenes on the platform. Their look and style is very detailed, and it easily catches the attention of the audience. Compared to other animation creators, I would say Animaker provides a lot more options to customize your character according to your needs. But again, it isn't perfect because there is only one style in all of its characters: a thin figure with a big face. What if I want a fat character because I want to make videos on the problem of obesity, for example? So yeah, the character builder of the app is great, but Animaker needs to add in different styles and forms to give more options to its users. You can see that there are so many options that are available. You can customize the character however you want. We have wrinkles, smile lines, and lot of details that Animaker allows us to change here. You can also rename your character here, so I'd like to call it Tech Mates. Let's change his attire. So yeah, we'll be choosing an attire that suits me the best. This one looks cool, but it doesn't look good with the shorts. I think this looks good. We have red footwear, so we'll change that to blue. Once you are ready with your character and once you are satisfied and you are happy with what you have created, you can click on the save button and then you can click on save. This will save your character to the custom character library, and then you can go back to your dashboard. Click on your latest project, which will appear under my projects. So click on that. Now you can see if I click on that character plus button, you can see our character is over here. But before that, I'll tell you that we can rename our project as well from above. I'd like to call it trial test 2. While I was working on my last project, it crashed as soon as I hit the preview button. So yeah, if you are working on heavy projects in Animaker, be sure to expect a crash or two. But I don't think that's a big problem since Animaker has provided an autosave feature for the animations. Now guys, we'll be importing our character here. So yeah, this is our character. It looks so happy. So we have these lines as well, which are giving us direction. So this is perfect. Now I'd like to add a background to this scene. So for that, I'll click on this background PG, and here I can import all sorts of background. There are so many of them and they are cartoonish, so I would say that it looks very good with the characters. I want a background where we have a YouTube setup because I am creating my own version of this. So yeah, let's see if we can find one. We can also search it on the top. You'll need to have a really good internet connection for this to work. Otherwise, with slow internet connection, it will take a lot of time for the assets to load and for you to create your animated video. Yeah, this looks perfect. Now you can see that we have a background ready and we also have a character in the scene. Once I click on the character, you can see there are a lot of options available here. This option is for actions. You are getting a lot of actions for your characters, so you can make them do whatever you want. Moreover, by adding expressions on top of actions, you can customize your characters even further. You can animate the character by just clicking on one of these options or searching it above. For example, I would like the character to wave his hand. So yeah, this looks good. Once you add different actions, you can adjust their timings on the timeline. In addition to building your custom characters, you can also customize the colors of the existing characters and almost all the other pre-built assets offered by Animaker like backgrounds or props. In the video timeline, you can also add transition animations between the scenes. There are 4 ways you can animate on Animaker. 1. Using entry and exit animations for the objects in the scene. 2. Adding certain actions that characters would perform. 3. Adding motion paths to your objects. 4. Adding layers of special effects in the scenes. You can also create a sequence of actions with one character. For instance, your character enters the scene walking. As soon as it reaches the center, it starts to speak in front of the viewers. Then it walks to the other side and exits. This type of animation can be created using an action sequence in Animaker. The animated characters in Animaker are awesome, not only because there are tons of animations available with a single character like driving or speaking, but also because they constantly do some actions which gives a very realistic look to the animation. But again, compared to other animation makers, Animaker doesn't give you the option to combine animations of a character and an object. It only gives you the option to add pre-built animations. So this limits your creativity to make different combinations. Let's see what else can we add. We can also add voiceover, we can also add keyframes, then we can customize the character here as well. We can change it however we want. We can swap the character with another character. So through this button we can swap the character. We can also put the character at the back or in the front. This is for layers if we have to add another layer to this animation. Let's check this option. So I'll go into elements. So this cup is for elements. I'll type here square. I'll import this one. I want to make the background less bright, so I'll be adding a black background, a less transparent one. So yeah, 50 is fine. I'll change that to black. And now you can see our shape is on top of our character, but we want to put it back. So we'll click on this button to send it to back. Okay, now our character looks bright and clean and separated from the background. Now I'd like to animate this one. First we'll click on the play button to see how it is playing. You can see there are 3 play buttons, 1, 2 and 3. This play button, the purple one, is for playing from the playhead. So if my playhead is placed in the middle, it will start playing from there. And yellow and black one, this is from the beginning of the current scene. And this on the top is for the entire video. Okay, we'll be playing from the current scene. So we'll click on the middle one. You can see it looks very nice, but the background is dull. It is not animated. So I'd like to animate that one as well. In order to do that, what I'll do is to hover over this icon and then select the element that you want to animate. So I want to animate the background. I'll click on this yellow layer, and then you can see we have this layer which we can shift in the timeline, and we can also shorten it by dragging it. I want it to start from 1 second. Okay, so it will start from 1 second, it will end at 10 seconds. I click on this character icon and it will show us the character layer. I want it to start a little late, so it will be 1.1 second. I want both of them to enter from the top. I want the layer to come first and then the character to come. In order to animate the layer, what I have to click is this right arrow, and then you can choose any entering effect. I can choose whichever I want. Pop from the top, and then this one as well, pop from top. Now let me play the scene again to see how it looks. Yeah, that looks really good, but the scene is playing for 10 seconds. That is something that I don't like. So what I have to do to shorten the scene is to click on this minus button and then this scene will get shorter and shorter and shorter. I want it to end at 4 seconds. Let me check that again. So I'll play it again. You can see it looks really good. Now in order to add my next scene, what I have to do is to click on this plus button. In the second scene, we'll be testing out the action sequence button, which I think looks really cool. I have tested it out before, but to show you guys the power of action sequence button, I want to import the character again. So we'll be importing our character again. What we have to do is to select a background first. I'll choose this one, simple, but I want this background to basically this screen to come over here. So in order to do that, we can just click on this flip button. We can flip it, make it back and forth. This is basically a rotation function. So this rotates 180 degree on the x-axis, and if we click again, it will rotate it on the y-axis. This looks good. Now we want a character to come over here. So what we'll be doing is we'll be using this action plus button, where our character will come out of the scene into the scene. It will stop here, it will talk to the audience, then it will go walking and exit the scene. In order to do that, what we have to do first is to create a walking animation. So let's search walking. Here we have a walking animation. It looks very casual, but we want a formal one. This looks good. You can see it's just walking. So our character will start walking. Our character is walking on the same spot. It isn't walking, it's just moving. So what we need to do is to place our character over here and add a keyframe. You can see that this panel is hiding our character, so we can click on this arrow button, or we can just minimize the size of this panel by just clicking over here and choosing the smaller size. Clicking on this minus button also will help a lot. Now in order to move our character from this spot to this spot, we need to click on this action plus button and then click on this plus button and move the character to the next keyframe, and this keyframe will be here. So we want the character to come over here and then start talking, and this line shows us that this is the motion path of our character. We'll click on this checkmark button and click on apply, and now our character will come walking in the scene. Now I'll show you the preview. It's quite fast. These frames are very close to each other. If you can keep them far from each other, the character will come slowly into the scene. So yeah, let's move it to 3 seconds, and now let's check the scene. Our character will be slow this time. Yeah, that's good. Now what we need to do is to add another action, which is to talk to the audience. Now I'll click on the check mark and yeah, apply. So let's play from the current playhead. That's looking very nice. Now our character has come into the scene and it has also started talking. What we need to do is to let it talk for some time and then make it exit from the scene. How we'll make it exit is by again using the action sequence button. So I'll click on the character again and put this playhead over here. It will talk for this duration and then it will exit. So I'll click on this plus button now. Again choose the walking animation. Here is the walking animation. So our character will walk and exit. Let's see how it looks. So yeah, this is looking fine, and then we'll click on the check mark button, apply. Let's see how our animation looks now. I think there is a mistake that I made. I need to add one more frame over here to indicate that the character is walking out. So I'll click on the plus button and then we'll add another walking animation here to show that the character has started walking. Here the character is out of the scene. It is coming into the scene from this 4.5 second to 7 second. From 7 second to 7.5 second, the character switches from walking to talking, and then from 7.5 second to 10.2 second it will talk, and then it will start moving out of the scene from 10.2 second to 12.3 second. Last time also I faced a lot of issues with the keyframe, and now as well I am facing issues with the keyframe. Like if I add more than 3 keyframes, the checkmark stops showing over here, and also the apply button disappears. So you can see on the screen our apply button. We can't see the apply button and we can't see the checkmark. Let's see. Okay, so here is our check mark. Oh guys, finally we saw the check mark button. So what we'll do is to change the scene from talking to walking, and then let's click on the check mark button and apply. When I'm moving the playhead from one point to another, it doesn't show the in-between frames in the preview panel as well as the exact frame where the playhead is placed. It could have been a lot helpful if Animaker adds this option in their editor, as it is very necessary to know where the elements of the screen are when doing keyframing. So our scene is ready, and now I'll hit the play button and see how it looks. Now our character comes slowly into the scene, it starts talking, and then it starts to exit. That looks really good, and it is a lot of work here. Also guys, here you can see a blue box. This is for video transitions. You can also add some really cool transitions. I wasn't expecting Animaker to provide these good transitions. They are really good. You can see these are basic transitions which are available in most video editors, but have a look at these, and these, and these, and these are some special ones with a lot of colors. I really like this one, the paint one. This is really good. We have added our transition over here, and let's play our scene from the beginning. So we'll choose this one. Our animation is looking smooth. Now we will be inserting the text, so I'll move on to the second scene again. Now here you can see we have animated text. These are not available in the free version, but with the pro version they are available. I am not adding these animated text. I'll be adding a simple one. I really like that there are so many options available to animate the text. You can choose whichever you want for your videos. Moreover, you can customize however you want your text to look. Now as soon as you click on the text, you will see the text formatting options. Here we have the font size, font color, letter spacing, transparency, enter effect, exit effect. These are some cool options here. You can also upload your own font over here, which is a really cool feature, but it is only available in the paid version. I tried uploading my font, but some of them were not getting uploaded properly, but one of them got uploaded. So this one is here, Heroic Condensed. You can see it looks really good. One of the options that I really like in the text formatting, which is not available in most video editors, is this one, which is a toggle that lets you directly switch from lowercase to uppercase and other formatting options as well. So yeah, you can see this one. I really like the uppercase. So let's move this onto the screen. Now let's put TechMate's logo here. We can see Animaker is providing up to 25 GB of audio, video, image, media file uploads in their platform, which is only available in the pro version. But let's check if we can upload. So I'm uploading this TechMate's logo over here. It uploaded quite fast, so that's good. Now I've added it into my scene. I have resized it. Let's add an entry effect. What I don't like about these effects is that we can't preview these texts before adding them. So that's something that's quite frustrating, and for someone who is a beginner of this platform, it can be frustrating because you can't see which effects you want to add. So yeah, let's add the pop effect, and let's add the same effect to this. I think text formatting options such as text background color or a text shadow option could have been added, because for animations they are very basic formatting options and they are not really advanced options. Now I'll be shifting my elements over here because they are very far away from our character, because I want them to come when the character starts speaking. So let's play the scene and see the timings. I think overall Animaker has made it very difficult to navigate and efficiently use all of the features it has to offer. The timeline is very narrow, which means that you have to click on every element to adjust its timings. You can't see where one element is ending and where the other one is starting. So yeah, that's frustrating and time consuming. This was just my estimation and approximation that the character will come over here, but you can see we have to click on the character to see when the character is coming. Then we have to click on the elements to see. We don't have proper layers which we can see, hide, and then we can adjust the timings. If you are a video editor like me who has a habit of working with a lot of layers, you may very well face problems with Animaker's single timeline where you need to select elements and characters again and again to adjust their timings. Another thing I noticed, and that was not good, which is that this drag and drop button, which is of shifting the element, when I click on it, it starts to shift the keyframes of the animation, which is not very handy. Now let's add the exit effects. So I'll click on the element, exit effect, and I want it to pop right. Same with the icon, yeah, exit effect, pop right. Now I have completed the scene. Let's check. Now I want the text to exit the scene as soon as the character stops talking. So I will decrease this time. I check the character's time first. So it is exiting at 10.2 second. Now I'll exit my animations a little late. Now let's see how our animation goes. Hey everyone, welcome to TechMates. Yeah, that's good. We have the animations ready. Now we'll be testing out the text to speech. I'm not importing my own audio right now because I have tested that out. It is working smoothly. One problem I have noticed with that is when adding sound effects and music, it is very difficult to see what a character is doing and where can we add the sound effects because you can't see the exact frame of the playhead. Now let's see how Animaker voice works. So for that I'll click on this and then I'll go to text to speech, which will open Animaker voice. Let me show you how it works. It is really cool. I really like Animaker voice, which is better than most of the text to speech platforms, and it is going really well towards a realistic voice. I don't really like to use automated voice for my animated videos, but if you'd like to try it for your videos, Animaker's text to speech tool is a great option because this tool is getting close to real voice with their various options such as pause and emphasis. Using these circles, we can change the properties of the audio such as break. How long do you want the break to be? Let me show you first how it is playing normally.
Hey everyone, welcome to TechMates.
This is very simple, but let me show you the advanced version of this. Let's check the advanced version. I want a break after hey everyone. So let's put a break over here. I want emphasis on welcome. So I have highlighted that one and I want it to be strong. These are all the properties. I'm not selecting any of them right now. I want it to be strong. Also, we can add a female voice. We can also add different accents as per our liking, and we can also change characters. For English, there are a lot of characters available. We can choose these options as well, which are really good. Let's check and play.
Hey everyone, welcome to TechMates.
That looks really good. Let's sync the voice. Syncing your audio. Our track has been added into the scene. You can see it is over here. Now we need to just adjust the timings, which is really difficult in Animaker, to be honest.
Hey everyone, welcome to TechMates.
That looks really good. Now let me add my third scene, which is through this button again, and let me add a transition first. For the third scene, I will be doing something really cool. So let me add that. I teach people how to create growth and skyrocket their growth through animation softwares and by creating their animation and unleashing their creativity. Let's decrease the font size. Let's change the font to our custom font which we imported. You can see our text is ready over here. I want a background where I want to show that my character is flying. So I'll be importing a background which shows clouds and the sky. I think the first one looks great. Let's put an enter animation which will be pop left. Now we have added the enter effect. Let's add the exit effect as well. Pop down and it will exit. I want my text to exit and the character to pop as soon as the text exits. So let's adjust the timing and reduce it to where I want my character to come. So this text will appear on the 14th second. It will show till 15th second and then it will exit by 16th second. Let's play this to see how it is looking. Let's increase the duration of this text so it stays on the scene for a longer time and the audience can read it properly before it exits. Let's check it again. I think this looks good. Now we'll be showing our character as a flying man and it will be symbolic to growth and skyrocketing your growth. Let's import our character again, and here we have our character again blinking right in front of us. Let's choose an animation. This one, it looks really good. we'll be starting it from the 17th second and adding pop from the bottom. So as soon as our text exits, this will come flying in. You can see that it looks really good, and we want to show that it is flying off. So what we'll do is we can add an action sequence here. Let's show that to the audience. As an animator myself, I have worked a lot with keyframes and I have noticed that adding more than 4 to 5 keyframes doesn't work smoothly, even though it should. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and the program becomes a bit crashy at that time. I think we forgot to click on apply. That's why maybe it is not getting animated properly, because the apply button is not showing and it disappears in between the keyframing animations. That's why I think we forget to click on apply and then we are left with no animation, no keyframes. I think now it will work smoothly. Yeah, it is working really well. So guys, this is all about keyframing, but here we need to add one special effect to add another really cool side to this animation and give it a very cool look. So with the special effects, I really like this library where we have a ton of special effects, and these are all transparent and they can be added anywhere in the animation and they look really cool. You don't need to customize it or personalize it. Just having them on the scene makes it look really pretty. So let's import this one as soon as our character enters. This one is to show zooming effect. I think this is called anime effect. Let's play it again. Learn how to create and skyrocket your growth. Zoom. Now before adding the sound effect, which we'll be doing at the end, let's finish off our scenes. So this is the last scene that we'll be doing today. First, let's add a video transition. I want some colorful transitions, and these are some of them which catch my eye as soon as I look at them. So like this one, this one, this one. I'll just do this one because we need to complete our fourth scene. Let's import a random background because you know how to import a background and all of that. This is the last scene, which is the just thank you. Okay guys, so yeah, here I'll be showing you the power of expressions because I have shown you the power of actions, which is one of the main features of Animaker, that they have given such a huge library of actions that we can import in our character. We can customize our character and then add those actions in them, but on top of those actions we can also add expressions. So we'll be talking about that in this scene. So yeah guys, I have added this text. Now I want to change its color. Thank you for watching. Here our character will come again. So let's import our character that will say goodbye to us. Though there are animated characters in Animaker and a whole library of objects and illustrations, there are no animated assets, objects or illustration in this props library that we can use in our animations. Even though you can add entry-exit animations and motion paths to the objects, all of the props are still and not animated. This gives a very dull and dead look to an animated video compared to animated objects which keep the scene alive by constantly moving. So I would love to see if Animaker can offer animated objects along with animated characters. That will be really cool and it will just take off Animaker platform to a whole new level. So yeah, let's put our action, which is waving us goodbye. Both of them are sad. We don't want our character to look sad and say goodbye to us, so we will just change its expression. Now here you will get to know the power of expressions. This is a sad expression, we can convert it to a happy expression. You see the magic. This is Animaker guys. Some of the things that they have put into this platform, they are really cool, and these are all hours of animations which we are getting in a few clicks. So I really like these animations. Now we want to add some enter animations and exit animations. Now let's check our fourth scene finally to see how it is looking. That looks really good. So yeah, let's play our whole animated video to see how it is playing out. So I've clicked on the top play button.
Hey everyone. Welcome to TechMates.
That looks really cool. Now our character exits. Learn how to create and skyrocket your growth. So there is one thing missing over here guys, which is the proper use of audio. So we'll be adding the sound effects and music over here. First let's see which music can we add. I really like how we are able to play these musics just by putting a cursor on them to check, to hear how the music is playing out. Secondly, when I am adding a special effect, I can't see a preview panel to see which special effect I like. I just need to add it in my scene to check how it looks, which is not very efficient. Whereas in the sound effects, I can hear exactly what sound is present in the asset library, but with the special effects category, I can't see one. I also like how they are categorized by the mood that they arouse. So let's check if we can get a good one. I think this one is good, peaceful start of the day. So yeah, let's put it in the beginning. It is 29 second. Oh guys, there is one more problem I noticed over here, which is that we can't add two layers of music, I guess. So this is our music over here, and then I'm not able to put it over here. This is so frustrating guys. This is so frustrating because I want this music to play throughout the video, but because of this text to speech I am not able to add it. I think there is only one layer of voiceover. Either we can choose a music or a sound effect. I don't know exactly. Maybe I am not able to work it out properly. I think we should delete the text to speech because we are not able to get the whole music throughout the video. Music is really essential. So let's delete this and get our music throughout the video. So yeah, let's play the scene, but before that is let's see if we can add a sound effect to this animation that we have created. Flying animation, we can say that as well. So yeah, this is the sound effects library over here, this icon. So let's search fly if we can get one. This one looks good. Another layer has been added, music track added. This is what I needed. On top of the text to speech layer, we were not able to add the music layer, but here you can see Animaker automatically put it on top of it. Maybe it would be a good idea to have proper layers like video layer and then text layer and audio layer, music layer, sound effects layer, so we can have all of them playing together in one video. That would be so cool. Let's check how this is playing out so we can adjust the timings. It started out quite early, so we will just drag it here. Let's check again. Now it is perfect. So yeah guys, that is how it is playing out. Let's check the whole video again. Our text to speech got deleted just because of one. I think this video looks so good. Now we will be exporting this video and converting it to an MP4 file. But before that guys, I want to share another feature, interesting feature of Animaker, which is that you can resize your videos as well through this button, resize. As you can see guys, this doesn't work perfectly when you are importing complex projects, but if you are importing a very basic project, maybe basic animations that didn't have a lot of editing or keyframing, I think it will work out pretty well. But for complex animation, auto resize feature just doesn't work. So yeah, we'll just move back to the landscape mode. It disturbed and it changed the whole formatting of our video. Can we redirect that? No version history available. Oh my god, we need to edit it back again. Now the video is perfect. So yeah, let's export this video. Finally we can export it from here through the publish button. Animaker offers a lot of options to export your animated videos. You can export in a lot of different resolutions: 720p, 1080p, 2K and 4K. 4K is great, but it is only available for enterprise plan, and I don't think it is necessary for content creators like us. Even 1080p or 2K will do the job. Nevertheless, it's nice to have that option. Animaker also gives you the option to export your videos in different formats for different social media, but more than anything else, what I love about Animaker's export options is the auto resize feature, in which you can resize your animated video to repurpose it for different platforms, and that too with one click. This is especially useful for content creators because they need to upload their animations on YouTube, TikTok or Instagram, and having this flexibility is really unique and useful. Though I tried this feature and it didn't work for my heavy animation project, but I think for basic animation videos, it will surely do wonders. If you have a free account and you are exporting your videos, you will see a watermark throughout your video and an Animaker outro at the end of the video. Yeah, that's not pretty. I know everyone hates watermarks, but you can remove both of them by upgrading to the basic plan. Okay, it is working smoothly, guys. So yeah, it takes a lot of time to export. I have tested this software before. Till the time the video is getting exported, we can see the pricing page, guys. So let me share with you the pricing plans of Animaker. What's great about Animaker is that it offers you most of the features and functionality with the free plan, which is unlimited. So you can use Animaker for free and test it out before spending money to upgrade it. But if you want to take advantage of all its features, assets and tools, you'll need to upgrade to one of the 4 premium plans of Animaker. As you can see, Animaker has a basic plan, a starter plan, a pro plan and an enterprise plan. If you scroll down, you can compare all of these plans. Though there are a lot of differences in these plans with regards to the tools and functionalities they have to offer, which you can compare for yourself, but let's look at the main differences. The first main difference is the download limit, and this is also the thing that I most dislike about Animaker. It means that if you have a free account, you can only export 2 videos a month, and even if you have a basic or a pro plan, you can only export 5 videos a month or 20 videos a month. This download limit is not limited to videos, it is for GIF exports as well. And if you want to export more videos per month, you will have to pay $20, $15 or $10 for every video you export after the download limit. These limits can only be removed in Enterprise plan, which is the most premium plan of Animaker, and for knowing its price, you'll have to contact Animaker's team directly. The second main difference is the number of custom characters you can create with Animaker's character builder. For the free plan, you can only create 2 custom characters a month. For basic plan, you can create 5 custom characters per month. For starter plan, 15 characters a month. And for the pro plan, 30 characters a month. This limit can only be removed in the enterprise plan. Another difference is the use of Animaker voice. There is a 2500 character limit on the use of one Animaker voice project, and every plan has a voice project download limit. The free plan has 5 downloads per month. The basic plan has 20 downloads per month. The starter plan has 40 downloads per month. The pro plan has 100 downloads per month, and lastly the enterprise plan has 1000 downloads per month. I'm shocked that even the enterprise plan doesn't have unlimited downloads per month, but anyways, this was the last main difference. Personally, I think Animaker is a great option for basic and simple animation videos where you don't need complex animations and movements by different characters and objects. It's good for classroom animations and simple explainers, but if you want complex and detailed animations with multiple keyframes or personalized movements like storyboard animations, I don't think it's the best tool out there. Lastly, I would suggest you to try Animaker's free version and see if it suits your needs. If it does, you should compare the plans to see how many videos, voices and other assets you need per month, and according to your needs, you can upgrade to one of the 4 paid plans offered by Animaker. With the free plan, basic plan and starter plan, a lot of things are limited, especially the text and asset libraries, and you won't be able to use Animaker to its fullest. Therefore, even Animaker recommends you to get the pro version, so I suggest you decide wisely. I wanted to keep this review short, and I didn't want to give an incomplete review of Animaker without testing everything on this platform. Basically, I have tested everything, most of the things on this platform right now in front of you: keyframes, animations, special effects, sound effects, music, and then actions, sequences, and all the other things that were available here with the pro plan. So yeah guys, I hope you got a good idea of this. Let's check if our video got exported. Manage exports. You can see the status of this video here. It is basically 10% right now. Also guys, when you get stuck, make sure you click on this tutorial option here and then you'll be redirected to the official tutorials by Animaker's team themselves, and then you'll be able to see most of the things that are available on this platform. And these tutorials are really helpful and they'll clear all your doubts, so make sure to check them out if you are interested in Animaker and creating videos with Animaker. And if you face any general problems, they are here to solve all your problems. You can also check their blog out. They are launching some exciting things over here as well. So yeah guys, this was the review of the Animaker. I tried to cover everything, and yeah, I hope you like it. So yeah guys, it will take a lot of time to export, but once that video exports, I'll display it on the screen. Now, as I said in the beginning of this video, I'll be giving you a surprise since you are subscribed to this channel and are part of the TechMates community. This special gift is a 30% discount on all the Animaker plans. So if you click the link in the description below, you get a 30% discount on Animaker instantly. Animaker may seem expensive, but let me tell you, it is one of the cheapest options in the online animation software industry, and with the exclusive discount link below, you get it for even less money. So if you're interested, do check the discount link below and start creating animated videos with Animaker. This was just a small review to test things out and see whether Animaker is really helping us create animated videos. If you need a good detailed tutorial on creating animated videos on Animaker, do let me know in the comments below. I would love to create one. With that being said, I would like to thank you for sticking around till the end of this video. If this video helped you a little bit, do give it a thumbs up. Share this video with anyone thinking about making animation videos so they get to know more about Animaker and its pros and cons. Do subscribe the channel and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss my future animation related videos. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Take care.